Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing these pop figures from actually called popfigures.com. It's the website there. Really cool website. Specialise in Funko Pops, of course. Clue in the name there. I'm not sure if they're the cheapest website, but they are UK based as far as I'm aware. So yeah, if you live in the UK and you're looking for a dedicated website for pop figures, they kind of know how to package them. It's not like something you just get off Amazon and it might show up to your door dented and all sorts. Yodel, company like that. These are actually from a company that knows how to package, or at least we hope they package these quite well. Got loads and loads of bubble wrap in there. Got a little Funko Pop, which is in that box. We've got a big Funko Pop, which is there. And we've got a free pack of Pop Figures jelly beans, which is a nice little touch. Let's move the ginormous box out of the way. And yeah, so the big box is basically because we've got one of these cool pop albums. So potentially you're like me, big Sega fans. Also, well, I was going to say tend to be, probably not the right word to use there, but a lot of Sega fans, for some reason, were in that sort of era back in the Mega Drive days of getting into Michael Jackson's music. Obviously Michael Jackson worked on a lot of Sega titles over the years, did the music for Sonic 3, was in Space Channel 5, and Space Channel 5 Part 2, Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. So yeah, he obviously also had his own game, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, that was on the Mega Drive, Game Gear, Master System, yeah, and an arcade game that was Sega as well, I believe, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker arcade. But yeah, so that's the connection, kind of, probably why I got into his music, and just a huge Michael Jackson fan, still to this day, if not even more so today than, you know, I was as a kid. I was a big Michael Jackson fan as a kid, but I just constantly on rotation playing all of his music, all the Jackson 5 music, all the Jackson's music. So drying out his music library with like albums and unreleased demos and stuff like that I've been pretty much having everything, every single song that I could find on repeat, on loop for, well, years now really. So yeah, massive Michael Jackson fan. This of course is sort of the dedicated album for Bad. So yeah, we've got Bad, and yeah, so this is what I'm on about, guys. So they know how to package. So if you're into your Funko Pops, I would recommend popfigures.com here. It's come, I haven't even like added this as a thing, but it's come in a box protector, which is really nice. It means that your Funko Pop figures not going to get bent at all in transit. So there is a new line of Michael Jackson Funko Pops. Yeah, so this came out the other week, Michael Jackson's Thriller, arrived just the weekend, I think, or last Friday, something like that. So yeah, so they've done a Thriller and a Bad. I'm not sure if there's plans to do any other albums, like maybe an Off the Wall or a Dangerous or a History or Invincible perhaps, Blood on the Dance Floor. These are a few that they could cover, but yeah, obviously the ones that are going to sell the most, Thriller and Bad of course. And yeah, so we've got a Smooth Criminal Lean Funko Pop alongside in this range, and there's also a couple more in this range. There's a Thriller miniature Funko, well, not a miniature but just a regular sized Funko Pop like this. There's a Thriller one that I'll probably put on screen so you can see how that looks. And there's also what appears to be a Michael Jackson black or white sort of music video with his white t-shirt or whatever on. Looks pretty cool. Nice to see that era of Michael Jackson being represented. And then there's actually a diamond exclusive on Funko.com that's going to be releasing or available to pre-order soon. And yeah, that's kind of like his some sort of like a blue jacket, shades, sort of your Billie Jean. I think it's from an awards, maybe Motown 25 sort of award sort of thing that he was at. So that one looks really cool. And then obviously back in the day, there was a batch of 5 Michael Jackson Funko Pops. These are the legit ones. There are some Chinese knockoff ones. So make sure you're aware, if you see one on eBay that's like really low priced, like £20, that's most likely a bootleg. These now are going for like £100 each. These original vaulted Michael Jackson Funko Pops. I've got the boxes, just I like to display my Funko Pops out of the box. What I do, I tend to like flat pack the cardboard and then take the inner plastic that the figures are actually enclosed in, because they stack quite nicely if you've got quite a few. The plastic sort of stacks, so you make like these stacks of things and just label them with some post-it notes, and they're stored nicely in a container in the loft. So the boxes are out the way, but it just means that you can display the figures, and obviously you can always reunite the figure with the box then, and know exactly what to do. Just give it a bit of a dust, a bit of a clean, pop it back in the box, and yeah, it looks as good as new really. The Funko Pops tend to, you know, if you open them, you're not really losing the value of the Funko Pop, because you piece it all back together and it's basically as sold at the time. Smooth Criminal, nice hat. You see that we'll check out the differences in a minute, but these are obviously the original ones, original skin colours. That's sort of similar with the glittery blue. Again, that's kind of like Billie Jean, Victory Tour kind of era. The white glove, like Motown 25. Sort of a show, sort of costume. Bad, again, we'll compare that to the miniature Bad from the original Funko Pop, and Billie Jean. And I didn't actually say what that was, obviously the Beat It outfit from the Beat It music video. So yeah, some really cool Michael Jackson Funko Pops over the years. Really excited about this new line. I do hope that they do one for each album, and they don't just obviously just do the Thriller and Bad like the Yeezy sales. Like Funko Pops are actually quite good in that they don't just they do like the obvious ones, but then they do some that you wouldn't expect as well, if you know what I mean. Like they cater to obviously the pop culture reference that they're trying to do. Now these album ones are a little bit trickier. I did have the Sonic 2 box art one that looks amazing. In fact, if you collect Funko Pops, or you've got some Funko Pops of certain things that you enjoy in this format, this sort of, I mean, this works well because it's basically like a poster mixed with a Funko Pop. But let me just get the Sonic one. Oh, actually I can't, because I've got loads of little figures stacked on top of it. But it looks really, really clean like this, in my opinion. I think this looks really, really gorgeous like this. If you take it out of the cellophane, that we're going to do it in a moment, because yeah, wherever put me letter opener of the 7 stars, where's that gone? Got it. Just going to move these to one side for a moment, just so we don't scratch or damage anything. Need to be very careful here. You can poke through there, because that is where the actual nails that you're going to be placing this is going to be. Be very careful with this, not to open this. I know this is probably sacrilege to people out there watching, but like I say, this is not something that I'm buying as an investment. This is something that I personally want. And yeah, I think they just look gorgeous like that. It's so pristine. It just looks really nice, and you can actually see the detail of the figure there that you can't normally because it's obscured by, obviously, the box goes up onto the figure there. So yeah, so this is the Thriller outfit from the it's sort of replicating the front cover of the artwork there, only they've added the tiger, signature tiger that he was well, tiger cub that he was seen in the photo shoot with. I hate it when you get little bits of, you know, like that there, that's obviously staticked underneath the thing. And yeah, they're never really completely clean. There's a few little marks you can see there in the production. You always get like kind of like a scrape in a sense, but obviously you've just seen me unseal it. That's obviously nothing that I've done personally. Not sure what's going on here. We've got sort of a glue or a sellotape within here that seems to be holding the back cardboard, but as you can see, it's not like I could remove that and then it's still there. That literally is the back frame, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to stand that up on display on a shelf like that, or obviously it's got those holes in the back there. You could even hang it to the wall there. It would look pretty cool actually. Obviously you can't see that, but what I was looking at there, it would look pretty nice actually. It's something that I would like to do. Just don't want to drill too many holes into my wall. That's the thing with these things. If you're going to hang these things, you've got to consider what you're going to be doing with them. Hole drilling, etc. We'll leave the little mini Funko Pop for now. Let's go for the Bad album. Love these. Just need to be a little bit careful. Opening the box. Funko Pops are notorious for like having that bend, that crinkle crease there as you try and open them. These album ones are a little bit easier to break into. So be very careful overall. It's just very flimsy, thin cardboard that they use, but it's bad. And it looks so cool. Obviously, is that like a full... That's like a full figure. In fact, it's slightly taller than the original Funkos, because obviously when you look at them in these look a bit more miniature, don't they? They don't look full size, but actually, if you compare them to an original Funko, they are full-sized Funkos inside the sort of shadow box style that they've got going there. Very nice. I really like this line that they're doing, the albums and some of the other things that they're going on there. Check them out if you're interested. I was looking, I was showing my wife actually, they got a Britney Spears one that I thought she may like, and they've also got some cool, say if it was obviously this is a solo artist, Michael Jackson, but say if it's a band with like, you know, famous group of 5 or 4 or 5 band members, you've actually got a cool, like even larger for some of these releases. Like for example, the Blink-182 release has like the album this side and then 4 figures, or you know, well, three figures for Blink-182, but there is mixtures of different ones, like Queen, I think it's got AC/DC, Megadeth and all that sort of stuff. Really nice. Again, you've got these sort of scrapes that are on there. There's like a scratch on there, which is nothing that I can do. It's a shame. I mean, you can't really tell. And when it's on the wall, well, you can actually. That is quite a large scratch on that one. Which is, again, it's just Funko Pop's production there. That's a rather noticeable line on that one. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it in a certain light. Not sure, but it's quite noticeable to me. Yeah, unfortunate that is actually, because looking at it properly, it's very much noticeable. It's sort of impacting the design. There's also a little scratch there as well, which I've just noticed. Yeah, that's a shame. Look at that massive mark on the... I mean, I don't know how easy it is to return these once you've unsealed them, but that one is probably one that I would be considering returning, because the actual... This should be like perfectly clear, really. Considering that's what it's for, right? It's displaying the figure. And yeah, there's quite a lot of scrapes around this particular figure. And you've seen the packaging was fine from popfigures.com. It's nothing there. It's like literally is done in design. Even the cardboard sheet there isn't completely pressed down. In the upper left corner there, it's got sort of a, you can kind of see a little bit of a fold there, so it's not flush. So yeah, a little bit disappointing how that one's come out. But I mean, overall, as a product and an item, it looks great. If you hang that on the wall next to Thriller, you know, if you lay them out, maybe leave a little bit of a gap between them, have them hanging off the wall like that. Really nice display pieces. So that is those two album Funko Pops. Now we're going to be taking a look at the Smooth Criminal Lean Funko Pop, and we're going to compare it to the Smooth Criminal one. I did actually forget just to check the bad one. Just get the bad figure out again. You can see the skin tone. They've gone for a lighter shade in the face. The jacket actually has, I don't know whether it's got more details or more noticeable details, I guess. It's got like a hanging zipper chain there. It's got more prominent, I guess, dots on that, but these are like more thinner, more, I'm not sure which I prefer actually. This seems to be more textured, whereas that seems to be more painted, if you know what I mean, like painted design. But I do like the hairstyle. The hairstyle's more detailed there. Like these ones, they've literally just used the same head. And it's the body that they've changed, if you know what I mean. They've got all the same. That's a slightly different skin colour actually, the Smooth Criminal, but these are all the exact same head, hairline, hairstyle, the moulds that they've used. Whereas these are actually a bit more textured in the hair, a lot more textured actually. So let's open this up. So the box protector wise, shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. Quite carefully. Yeah, we can't really open it from the bottom, so it has to be from the top here. So let's see if we can do this. That's what I mean. It's how they design these boxes. I mean, I don't know if there's a better technique for box design in 2023, but all these companies seem to be doing this, where there's like these extra lips that sort of go in. So it makes it very, 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 that was 3 verys, makes it very difficult actually to, like you'll see in a moment on this, putting your finger, oh, okay, bloody hell, did it first time, but, oh, that's a nice touch as well. But see how it gets trapped there? If I was a little bit more careless, I would leave a lip there, like an indentation crease. So that's nice. King of Pop, it says on the inner. Obviously this is the signature lean from Smooth Criminal music video. Take it out. So this is what I was on about, guys. So basically do the same with the bottom. Again, be very, very careful. You don't really want to, that's what I mean. This is where you need that trick that someone mentioned at one point, where it was like, actually it's easier to, is it? I don't know. I hate these things. but someone did say like put a a ruler underneath. But I was there you go. I've done it. I've done it without creasing it, thankfully. So this is what I was saying. You can flat pack it like that. Just makes it storage-wise a little bit easier for them. And then you take these, pop the little figure out. It's on a base, and yeah, these sort of stack quite nicely as well. That's what I like to do with mine, because I like to have the actual Funko Pop on display in all its glory. We can see all of the details here. He's even his tie has been purposely set at an angle. I mean, you got the actual lean there. Very, very cool. The only thing I'd worry about is, you do find this quite a lot, once the Funko Pop is out of the packaging like that, if it's got a natural lean, the heads are so heavy that gradually it actually bends the plastic. I have had that happen a couple of times with some of the Sonic ones, like the Knuckles that I've got. Sort of bends to the left a little bit just because he's so heavy head-wise compared to his body, and that is what you're going to get with the Funko Pop. But this one would be slightly concerned that over time his head may bend this part, but the base is actually quite nice. Normally they give you quite a terrible base really, with just like a little peg that some of them aren't even the right size for the hole in the bottom, so a lot of the time it keeps coming off the base, whereas this is like really nice fixed base. This is I think they've been working on how to make these slightly better products. So yeah, that's really cool. Again, nice texture on the hair. Oh, it's even tied back a little ponytail there. Really cool. So let's see how that compares to the original Smooth Criminal. Obviously he's not doing anything there, he's just in a bit of a pose, whereas this is an actual lean. I've just noticed as well, actually, he's got the plasters on his hand there. Really nice to see that on the right fingers as well, and very cool. This is more of a lighter skin tone again, which is probably more reminiscent of the Bad era than this skin colour. I mean, they did, by the looks of it, try to go a little bit different in the face there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but this is a slightly darker brown than this. This is more of a hazelnut brown, and all the way to bloody pistachio here. Brown. It maybe looks a little bit ill, to be honest. Virgin on green. But yeah, it's probably a more natural colour, possibly. It's hard to say. I mean, for this era. But yeah, really pleased with that. That's about it, guys. I don't know if I showed the box for the bad thing. There's not much going on there. I think you've pretty much seen that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that, guys. I don't know if I'll be doing a video on the other figures unless they all come at the same time. Say if I get the other three, the Thriller, the Diamond Edition exclusive, and the Black and White that's supposed to be coming out. If they all release at the same time, maybe I'll do another video, but I probably won't, because I think they're going to be staggered. I think the Thriller one will probably come next, and then the Black or White one just more seems like a proof of concept at this moment, and the Diamond exclusive I've got no idea on. But yeah, there was a while back when this first range came out, they were touting a Thriller werewolf Funko Pop that never ever materialised. So hopefully not with the Black or White one. That looks really cool, something that I want to personally own. I think that catering to the era that isn't Bad and Thriller would be actually quite nice to see. Maybe we can get some history, or even later would be cool to see on some of these figures. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you were all well and happy and safe, or whatever. Thank you very much. Click like, comment and subscribe if you're inclined to do so. Much appreciated. Yeah, so I'll see you again very soon. Take care.